president of the United States, Andrew Tate, what would that look like?
I have no idea what it'd be like to be president, but I have a feeling what Putin said about the presidents might be true. Did you ever see what Putin said?
Yes. 8 years they come and go.
Yeah. I've seen 3 presidents. I've seen a lot of presidents come and go, and they all come with these grand ideas. But once they get in office, the people with the briefcases and the dark suits come in and sit them down because of the strong bureaucracy inside of the United States and explain to them how things are done. And they never seem to get their ideas done. They never seem to do the things they said they were going to do.
You include Trump in that?
I think Trump tried his very best to resist that, and that's why he's in the situation he's in. That's why they're taking him to court for no reason. That's why he was Matrix attacked. I mean, if Trump, okay, let's cut the guard. I'm going back to jail anyway, probably with this Matrix attack. They're going to try and kill me anyway. They probably are. If Trump's situation isn't a Matrix attack, what is? What did they just hit him with in New York? Some defamation for defending himself against a lie? If that's not a Matrix attack, tell me what is possibly else. Anyone who's sitting out here who actually truly believes that the Matrix doesn't exist has no idea how the world works. The media machine and the legal system work hand in hand to try and slander people's name and convince the populace enough that they're guilty so there's no revolt, so they can hit them with a guilty plea. They've already decided before all of it. It's all a plan. This many months of negative news, then we'll hit him with this, we'll get him guilty for this, and with this many months of negative news, the populace will probably swallow it. It's garbage. It's a Matrix attack from head to toe.
How much do you see yourself in Trump? And to use your words, first they try to cancel you, he was canceled.
Yeah.
Then they
might try to deny it, but I think they're very similar, actually. Like, very similar life, very similar story. Very similar figures, because Donald Trump is the bad cop of American politics. Just like I said, Andrew Tate is kind of the bad cop that maybe a lot of men out there need, Gen Z, whatnot. That's what Donald Trump is. Like, is Donald Trump the archetype conservative leader? Is the archetype Republican? No, the archetype Republican is the soft-spoken guy who's like the big-time evangelical, and that's what it is. That's not Donald Trump. Donald Trump's the bad cop. Donald Trump is the guy who has the gigantic ego. He's nasty. He's brutal, but he's exactly what the people need at this moment. Very similar roles. Very similar people. I'm curious his response. But I am very glad that he commented on this. Okay, because like I said, this is gradual. But I've been saying this, and I said this earlier in the stream. We need Andrew Tate to help mobilize political change in America. That's the synergy here. Okay, that's how we can merge the red pill. I won't even call it red pill. That's insulting to Tate. His world and our world. Okay, he needs to go out there and say they're attacking Donald. The Matrix is attacking Trump just like it is. Hey, just like me. You'd be surprised what you can do for Gen Z. So I'm glad to see him do it. Based. I know he used to be very political. Now he's a little bit, he doesn't want to, but this was red pill. Let's go, Tate.
In jail, he's dealing with lawsuits.
That makes me so happy.
Lastly, they try to put a bullet in.
Let's go.
Well, Trump's lucky because he's a bit older. So Trump will try and outlast him. They'll wait. My problem is I'm a bit young.
Yeah.
True. And I also think the reason I feel particularly at risk, and I say these things on podcasts to protect myself, and I don't want anyone to think I'm paranoid or crazy, because I really don't believe I am. The reason I think I'm particularly at risk is for the thing you just said. It's the masculine youth who are my fans.
Yeah.
It's the 11-year-olds, 12-year-olds, 15-year-olds, 16-years-olds. They are the future of the world. They're the people you want to go and die in a ditch.
But they're also the type of men who would upend, not calling for anything, I'm just saying hypothetically, they upend the system. Old men, boomers, Republican voters, they don't fight the revolutions. It's people our age. Just an idea. It's not when old people get pissed about something that political change happened. Old people get pissed all the time. Okay, grandpa, take your meds. It is people our age, okay? So what the system's been doing for so long is trying to control people our age. Now here comes along someone, and I'm not saying he's the only one, right? We've had conservative figures do it too, Daily Wire, Turning Point, we've had that movement. But this is so much bigger because the amount of people who are interested in politics in our generation is narrow. This is big, right? And that's why I think he is viewed as a threat.
Soldiers you need. Those are the people you need psyoped. You need them psyoped. You can't have a bunch of men who aren't psyoped. Mm-hmm. That's when you lose control of everything, when the men don't listen anymore. And they're all listening to me. And I'm teaching them things like God, religion, personal responsibility, accountability, discipline. And everyone's saying, well, why are they attacking Andrew for just telling the truth and making me go to the gym? Because when you have these things, when you have accountability and discipline and personal responsibility, you have a barrier, you have a parameter, you have a no, you have a limit. They don't want you to have a limit. None of the men are allowed limits. Mm-hmm. We must accept whatever we are given from our relationship with our woman, from the government, from our job. We're just the slaves. We're the backbone of the tax bracket. We just have to shut up and pay our taxes. As soon as we have limits, they have a problem. That's why they dislike the things I teach. What do I really say What do I really teach young kids that's genuine dangerous? What do I say? Go to the gym, stick up for yourself? Stick up for yourself, go to the
that's
gym,
exactly
you're allowed
what
an
they
opinion.
fear.
Educate yourself, be smart, work hard. Believe in things. Believe in yourself. Have friends. Have strong friends around you.
Yeah.
Don't listen to dishonest men or dishonest women. It's not misogynistic to say dishonest people. Non-gendered should be anywhere near you. You should have standards for who's your friend. Standards for who you have relationships with romantically. Whether you're gay or straight. You should have standards. Telling men to have standards is now wrong think. Because as soon as men have standards, they lose control. They don't want any man to have any standard on anything.
That's the thing. I think it's bigger than ideology, right? For old people, the people who actually vote in the elections, it's an ideological thing. That's the biggest thing. But for young men, it's not really about ideology, in my opinion. Obviously, in the end, I want them to become ideological. But really, what it is that they're just so suppressed. They're distracted, with the hormones in the food decrease their testosterone. And they're addicted to porn. They're distracted by social media, distracted by this, distracted by that. Just their brain, their existence is numb and meaningless, right? And literally, the reason why, forget even anything he believes on any issues, forget about that. I don't think that's the role of Andrew Tate. I just think the very fact that he's telling men to do something as simple as get in the gym and take their life seriously, that is a serious threat to the New World Order in ways that maybe people who overanalyze things from an ideological perspective just do not understand, right? Just don't understand it. Because for the ideas, you can instill the ideas later, right? You can absolutely get people, but what you need first is a generation of fighting age men in a metaphorical, non-hypothetical sense to be willing to fight, who are able to fight. We don't have that. So you can talk all you want about red pilling people, ideas, whatever. Our generation of fighting age men is incapable of fighting because we are numb to it all. We're distracted, we're freaking low testosterone. All of us are victims of it. The hormones, the porn, the social media, everything, right? Someone needs to snap us out of that existence, and then, the dominoes fall and see what happens next. And, so that's why a message that simple is dangerous. And by the way, to that comment, let's be real about this. I'm not saying going to the gym is going to single-handedly save Western civilization, but if it were not something that were a positive in our direction, why would they promote things like body positivity? Why would they say it's okay to be fat, it's okay to be out of shape, men can be twinks, it doesn't matter, you don't need to be strong, blah, 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 that's toxic masculinity. Why would they promote all of those things if it were genuinely not a threat? I'm just saying, okay, I think you underrate the degree to which stuff that simple actually does threaten the current order of things, okay? Because going to the gym is bigger than the gym, right? First of all, it makes men physically able in a hypothetical sense. Hypothetically, of course, metaphorically, those become fighting age men, fighting capable men. But it's bigger than that. It's about the fact that it would raise their testosterone levels, which may cause them to think differently and live life differently, right? You work out, it raises your testosterone. It betters their mindset. Absolutely. Endorphins, all of that. It would free them from their little numbness of depression and slavery to vice and all that. At least it would help. It would aid in that. You understand it's bigger than that, right? Look at the food system. If you say, oh, it's not a big deal, you're just schizo about it. Okay, then why have the pharmaceutical companies and the FDA pushed all this crap stuff in our food that increases estrogen for so many years? Why are seed oils so important to them? Why do they put millions of dollars into all this FDA stuff and lobbying if it weren't to some degree important for their plans? I don't think you give that stuff enough credit. It actually does matter. I'm not saying it's going to save the West. I'm just saying it is a piece of it. It's a component of it. I think it would be silly to deny that. Hey guys, Vince Dao here. Hope you enjoyed that clip from the Vince Dao Show. If you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. And be sure to check out the Vince Dao Show live every weeknight here on this channel at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. It is a great show. Many are saying this. So leave a like, check out our other clips, and be sure to check out the show. Yeah. God bless.